wrote recently about Kashmir, saying deadly violence erupts in one of the world's most dangerous hotspots. Vijay Prashad.
You know, Amy, let's, if we were going to be political scientists, let's ask what's the ratio of security force to population, until when we call something an occupation. In Kashmir, for every civilian, for every 7 civilians, there is a security force, there's an army officer or an army personnel. That's 7 to 1. 7 civilians, 1 army person. If this is not an occupation, what else is it? I mean, the Indian ruling elite needs to come to terms with the fact that you cannot have any politics when you have such an enormous military presence inside Kashmir. And, there is no point talking about the details of this, Amy, until this is on the table and seriously discussed. Everything else follows.
And for what people should understand who aren't following Kashmir at all?
Well, Kashmir is also a divided society. There's the Kashmir Valley, where the deepest resentment against the Indian government is experienced, where the main demonstrations have been happening. But there's also the area of Jammu, which is a complicated area where there's much less, political resentment against the Indian government. So, Kashmir itself is a divided, Jammu and Kashmir is a divided state. There is a divided politics there. The Indian government needs to have a proper, full dialogue with the various parties there towards an understanding of what the future should be. Should the future be some kind of condominium created between India and Pakistan of a Kashmir? Should the future be that there are more rights for people? Should the future be the removal of the Indian army, in this enormous presence? This needs to be a political process. There is no easy formula.
Well, Vijay Prashad, I want to thank you for being with us. Professor of International Studies at Trinity College, columnist for the Indian magazine Frontline. His new book, The Death of the Nation and the Future of the Arab Revolution.